hello. Sorry. Try, Trying to get set up, and the first thing I do is apparently try to rip my headset off my head. Mildly painful, but is what it is. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry. I don't sing. You sing. We all sing. Sort of. We don't really, but, Okay, so. We're back. Let's go. Yeah, I think we're on this one. Oh, that's right. Dead people. Dead people everywhere. The only window of the room is splattered with blood. Maybe the killer left through it. But wait. This window can only be open and closed from the inside. Did the killer leave through the door? But the door that leads to this room are always locked. However, I didn't find them locked when coming here. Maybe the killer forced them. No. Near the church's door, they are force-proof. Is that a thing? The siren would have sounded through the megaphones. The killer had to come through here, from the roof, somehow. A cupboard. Its drawers have been emptied. The floor is covered with their contents. The killer was clearly looking for something. The priestess was probably murdered as a result of it. Maybe there's something missing from the drawers. The computer. As far as I know, this controls most of the technological devices from the church, including the megaphone and the security cameras. Excuse me. I could check the recordings to see what happened here. Sounds a bit boring, to be honest. I'd rather investigate the crime scene by myself and make my deductions, and then see if I was right. Like a true detective. Sounds good to me. Rubble came from the wall, where there's a big blood stain. The priestess was thrown against the wall first, and against the floor second. That is what killed her. You would have to be incredibly strong to throw somebody against the floor in such a deadly way. Excuse me. Or maybe the killer used magic. There's a strange aroma in the room. Kind of aroma that magic would leave. Yeah. Magic was definitely used. That will be enough. I think I can reconstruct the events now. Alright. Let's reconstruct the crime scene. Let's start. This was a planned crime. However, it wasn't a planned murder, but rather a planned robbery. The killer thief had to come through this window. They were waiting on the roof, where they created a distraction, like a sound, to force the priestess to open the window. Once the window was opened, they entered the room and killed the priestess, throwing her first against the wall, then against the floor where she died. They were successful because of their use of magic. However, her death was not their objective, but rather a sidestep they needed to take to fulfill their true objective. After killing her, they made sure to close the window, knowing they would not flee through it. They ran towards the cupboard, and in a race, emptied the drawers on the floor. They were looking for a set of keys. They used the keys that the priestess had to keep somewhere close to her to open the doors that led to the ground floor. There, they realized they could not complete the real mission: steal the flame. Mia had taken it with her. Angered, they went back to the attic, where they used the megaphones to stir up the people in the fair, forcing us to evacuate the fairgrounds. Taking advantage of the commotion, they fled the church, probably through the back door. Now, time to see if I'm right in my suspicions. I think I already know who the culprit of this crime is. I was right. It is him. Place bookmark, yes. Chapter 5. Siphon. Is that the name of the person? What do you see, Siphon? I see a cabin, as always. Good. What else do you see? Trees. The cabin is in the middle of the woods, as always. Okay. Can you tell me, for example, what time of day is it? It's at night. Very late at night. Great. What's the weather like? Could you tell me what season is it? What? Just concentrate on what you're seeing. Is there anything... Did he just say I didn't have skin back then? That's odd. I mean, it's foggy and the trees are bare, so I guess I'd say it's foggy and the trees are bare. Winter. I'm pretty sure it's winter. Okay, winter. Anything else? Now, the screams are starting. And the gunshots. Okay, now concentrate. Who's screaming? It's that man, as always. And there's also a child. A child is screaming. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but it's definitely a child. Great. What else? And what else? And that's it. I can't remember anything else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Well, you've made great progress. Today, you'll be able to recover all of your memory in no time. I guess. But I still can't remember the promise. Well, so what? Come on, you should be proud of yourself. 2 years ago, you couldn't even speak. You've progressed so much since I found you. Yeah, sorry. You're right. Just wish I could spend tonight with Locke, Sam, and Faith at the fair. Well, it's not like we're missing much. They're just worshipping a selfish, narcissistic, and tyrannical entity who thinks they can use us as puppets and then ditch us whenever they want to. It's kind of boring. I know. But it'd be nice to have a chance to try. Well, if you really want to, we can try next year. Excuse me. I'm sure by then you'll have recovered your memory and will be able to start the social insertion program. Plus, I'm sure by then I have already finished your mouthpiece. Great. Thank you. Oh, that's my MCU. Hello, Locks? Hey, everything okay? What? Did you really call the forensics? Okay, give me 5 minutes. I'm with Siphon in the city. I'll rush there. Okay, see ya. You're not gonna believe this. There's been a murder at the fair. What? Really? Yeah, in the church of all places. Kinda defeats my point of not missing anything there tonight. I'm sorry, but I can't stay any longer. Fox needs me ASAP. Oh, before I leave, next week I'll bring a friend with me. A friend? Do I know them? Maybe you do. It's something that could potentially help you recover your memory. Anyways, I'll pass by tomorrow in case you need anything. Good night, Siphon. A friend that could help me recover my memory. Next week. Well, whatever you say. Hopefully I will have died by then. Getting angry again. I should go out to the terrace to get some fresh air. Oh. My huge collection of books. I've already read all of them. Several times. It's one of the only things I can do in this prison. I should tell Riley to pick me up some more if she plans to keep me locked up here, that is. Drawers I keep closed. I have to use to hide myself. The scarce times I'm allowed to leave this apartment. Sufficient to say, I don't open them often. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to be reminded of all the things that happen out there, outside these four walls. He's... my telephone, mostly used to receive calls. I rarely call anyone. It's not like I have any to call anyways. I wish I had a mouth. The toilet. For me, it's useless. It just came with the apartment. Sometimes I stare at it for long periods of time, imagining how it would feel to be able to pee or whatever. The shower. My favorite thing in the whole apartment. Since Riley installed me the artificial sensitivity, I love spending hours under it, feeling the jets of water caress my synthetic skin. Makes me feel almost as if I was an actual human. My laundry. I'm not allowed to go to the laundromat, though. Riley comes around, picks it up, and does it for me. It sucks so much that I'm not even allowed to do something as simple as that. Oh, it is a cat. Hi, cat. Oh. How did you end up here? This is the last floor of the building. Quite a mysterious animal, aren't you? Yeah, I wish I could like you. Stray cat. Animal of the night. So I should just roam around the city freely, only caring about finding a shelter. But I guess I wasn't that lucky, was I? Yeah, I wasn't. It's not like I can blame the holy entity of my misfortune, can I? Do you want me to tell you my story? What is going on? Yeah, you do. Okay, then. I'll start from the beginning. Well, sort of. I actually don't really know when the beginning is. I am Siphon. Or at least that's the name that's written on a sticker on the back of my head. I'm not a person or a human. I'm an android. An artificial life. And even worse, an artificial creation. That is why Riley hides me here. As far as we know, the world isn't ready for someone like me. If the average person saw me, they'd probably call me a bloodless. Look at it. It wasn't a creation of the holy entity. It's an artificial creation. A traitor to the holy entity. That's what they probably yelled to me when realizing what I am. Or at least that's what they'd have told me. But I don't know. Pretty sure she's hiding something from me. Okay. I think she already knows what I don't remember about my past. But she just won't tell me. Maybe she even knows about that promise that I know I made. Who did you make the promise to? That's the question. You know, I've tried to end things so late. To kill myself, even though I can't technically do that, since I'm not really alive. Guess destroy myself would be more appropriate. Last time I threw myself from this very terrace straight to the traffic. My body was crushed against the cold. The collision broke me into pieces. Those pieces were run over by multiple passing cars. Well, guess what? She fixed me. She just found my remains and created a new body with the help of those enslaved drones of hers. Ow. I don't get why she's so obsessed with saving me. Or forcing me to remember my past, for that matter. She acts like if it was her mission or something, and Entity knows I'm not asking her to do so. I know I'm acting like it. I know I should be grateful for her help and care. If it wasn't for Riley, my remains would be abandoned who knows where. But I'm so done with those therapies, trying to remember again and again what happened to me. Having nightmares every night about the dark forest. Ask her about my past, and she always repeats the same. I don't know. Eh? Still went up one level, I believe? I can see that, yeah. Hence life. Trying to remember. Sorry. It's just not a life. Right, okay. Why? Well, I think I've traveled long enough. What about you? Hmm. Ow. Yeah, I guess you probably are. We should look for your owner, don't you think? Imagine they're missing you terribly. Come, come. Follow me. Yep. Meow. Hi, Jokester. Meow. Is him your owner? Oh, never mind. Guess the cat already knows how to get home. Man in a black cloak. Hello, Siphon. How have you been? Oh, hello, neighbor. Do I know him? His face looks familiar. But I don't think I've ever seen him in this building before. How was your therapy session with Riley? Is she helping you remember your past? Do you know Riley? Yeah, I do. And Lox, and Faith, and Sam. Are you part of Seek? Of the monsters? Oh, no. But I do know them well. However, I know their organization under the name of Chase, not Seek. Their true name. So, Meow might set my dog off. He thinks cats are fighting and he barks to break it up. I mean, at least he's trying to be helpful, right? Who are you? I used to have a name. The world was forced to forget it, so it doesn't matter anymore. I believe I'm known today by a rather stupid nickname. I think it was the Conjurer. You. I've heard about you. You're a criminal. I mean, the dog's trying its best to keep the cats from destroying each other and from driving you insane, which is what cats do. Yeah, and so are you. What? Come on, you know what I mean. You're technically a crime, aren't you? At least a moral one. Right, Android? I must say, Riley did an awful job making you look like an actual human. Like, if you were not an artificial person. Tell me, Did she or locks use any of those doors? Tell me, did she or locks or any of those pieces of scum already revealed your past? Because you know they know what happened to you, right? You'd have to be really stupid to not have realized that by now. They're acting. You like it? They're tricking you like they've tricked so many others in the past. Wouldn't you like to know what's happened to you? What? Unlike those scumbags, I won't judge you for not being a creation of the entity. Not that I support that despotic dictator anyway. And also, unlike those scumbags, I won't deprive you of knowing your past. I will ask you for a favor afterwards, though. However, you won't be obliged to do what I'll ask you. But again, I won't force you to do anything. First and foremost, I want you to learn about what happened in that cabin during that cold and snowy night. You... Oh, yes, Siphon, I do. Yes. I think... Okay. I'm confused, and it makes it worse because I keep flashing. I can't tell if I'm talking. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Either way, I really hate having to do it, but my brain is just so blah. I think I might have to cut stream very short today. Just because, again, yeah, it's a very uneasy feeling, and it's hard to describe. It really is. I am enjoying this, and I really want to see where the broken game goes. But I just can't keep things straight right now, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So, unfortunately, yeah, I know, it is very short stream tonight. I hate doing this. I usually try to do at least hour and a half to 2 hours, but I just can't. So I'm sorry. Thank you for stopping by, Jokester. It's been good to see you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too busy lately, so maybe I just haven't slept enough. I don't know. Either way, it's weird. Thank you for understanding. So, odd to say after all that speech, we'll see everybody tomorrow. We've gone 3 years, daily streams. I'm not gonna let a little thing like sleep deprivation stop me now. Maybe that just means I have to work less. Either way, good night.